Now, the human respiratory system. First part is the nasal chamber. We all have a pair of external nostrils just above our upper lips. These external nostrils are connected through a nasal passage with nasal chamber. So external, in between these external nostrils and nasal chamber, there are a passage. This is called nasal passage. Second one is the pharynx. Nasal chamber opens into pharynx. Actually, the pharynx is the portion where air and food both pass through this portion. Okay. Pharynx. Next one is the larynx. It is a cartilaginous box through which pharynx open into trachea. This part helps in sound production and helps called sound box. It is a schematic view. If it is the pharynx and this one is the larynx. Pharynx and this one is the larynx, and this larynx is called the sound box. In between the pharynx and larynx, there is a small cartilaginous structure is present, which is called glottis. Actually, this glottis during swallowing can be covered by this cartilaginous epiglottis. So this is the pharynx, this is the larynx. In between the pharynx, actually this is the oropharynx. So pharynx and larynx, in between this passage, glottis is present. This glottis can be covered by epiglottis when swallowing occurs, because it prevents the direct entry of food from pharynx into larynx. For the presence of epiglottis, food from the pharynx doesn't enter into the larynx. Okay. Next part of the larynx is an elongated tube-like structure. This is called trachea. Actually, it starts from the larynx and extends up to mid-thoracic cavity. This portion is called trachea. Now, trachea is bifurcated but divided into two portions. These are called the primary bronchi. This one, the trachea, divided into two parts, primary bronchi, and it enters into the lungs. At the edge of this terminal bronchiole, there are some round-shaped vascularized structures present. Actually, these are called alveoli. Alveoli. Okay. If we see this trachea, primary bronchi, secondary bronchi, and the initial bronchioles are covered by ring-like structures. This is called tracheal rings. Due to the presence of these rings, these tubes are not collapsed anymore. That's why the cartilaginous rings are present. Okay. Now, lungs. We have two lungs which are located in the chamber which is called thoracic chamber. Anatomically, it's an airtight chamber. Second point is that the thoracic chamber is formed dorsally by vertebral column and ventrally by sternum. It means that if the lungs are protected in a just a cage-like appearance, at the lower end, this is the diaphragm muscle or bow-shaped muscles present. Okay. Laterally, they are connected by these rib bones, but ribs. These are the ribs. Ventrally, this is the sternum, and at the dorsal portion, there are also present a vertebral column. Dorsally, vertebral column present. Ventrally, the sternum, and laterally, they are wrapped up by these ribs. And at the lower portion, diaphragm is present. Suppose the two lungs are just kept in a cage-like structure or cage-like appearance. Okay. Now, these two lungs are covered by double layer, which is called pleura. Means if it is a lungs, it has a double layer, internal layer, external layer, and this layer is called pleura. In between these two layers, it is filled with a pleural fluid. It's filled with a pleural fluid. Okay. Actually, this pleural fluid helps in so that they can't helps in reduction of friction on lung surface. Actually, this fluid helps in friction on the lung surface or protects it from outer any kind of friction. That's why the fluid is present in between these two layers. It is the internal pleural membrane, or it is the outer pleural membrane. So internal pleural membrane is contact or in close contact with the lung surface, whereas the outer pleural membrane is in contact with thoracic chamber or thoracic cavity. Okay. Now, network of bronchioles alveoli comprises the lung. It means that if we see the structure of lungs, or in between lungs there are some branches of bronchi, means secondary bronchi, tertiary bronchi, bronchioles, and at the edge of the bronchioles alveoli are present. Means these three structures are mainly located within the lungs. Now, respiratory system having mainly so two parts: conducting part, respiratory part. Respiratory part means the alveoli with the ducts, means the air sacs which are present just inside the lungs. Our conducting parts means the parts that start from the external nostrils and ends into bronchioles. Main function of conducting part is to transport air. Through these parts, air passes and ultimately enters into the lungs. They also clear it from any, if there is any foreign particles present, then they clear it. This part helps in clearing it and also maintain its temperature. Means keep the air in body temperature. And alveoli means the respiratory part. Actual gaseous exchange means the exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen gas takes places in the alveolar surface. So this part is the respiratory part, and these all are conducting part. So conducting part starts from external nostrils to bronchioles, whereas the alveoli within the lungs are the main respiratory part, or the part where gaseous exchange takes places. So this is the human respiratory system structure. Now we have to learn about the mechanism of breathing. Okay, we will describe it in the next class.